Goddamn.
That mom.
Juwan next to Don.
Seven my STEEZ. No, no, man. It's Lord.
Damn, bring y'all around 8, man. God damn. Damn.
We're moving on so
crazy as
fast.
fuck,
Man.
bro.
Almost,
Be
we're
moving.
really about a third way through the season, bro.
Yeah, damn near. Man, so what's your goddamn major takeaways this round, man?
So actually, this one's a little personal, actually, because I could be in a situation. Rory Thompson, he made his return from after back-to-back ACLs, bro. This is his first game that he played in 1,379 days. So just me and you being as a player, bro, I just can't even imagine that situation. So it just makes me have a little stronger appreciation for the game, bro, because you see how it can get taken away from you. Anybody can tear ACL, whether you're playing at a high level, lower level. And I've personally seen two ACLs be torn in person. So not just one on the footy field, one on the basketball court. So it's obviously a common sport a common injury throughout sports. And so just want to take this game don't take it for granted, man. We play enough footy and just began, so I'd love to keep going and without being injured. And salute to Rory Thompson, man. So that's my takeaway, man. Appreciate the game.
For sure. It's really crazy anybody be coming back from injuries, bro. I feel like if I get hurt bad enough, I'll be like, hell no, it ain't even worth it, bro. It really just shows their passion for the game, bro. So definitely can respect that. My takeaway this week, I would love my takeaway to be how ass West Coast is again, bro. But that was last week. I'm gonna give us a little break. I'll talk about it when we get to the game, man. But this week, I'm gonna talk about how ass GWS was, bro. My second favorite team, bro. Y'all are also shit in the bed, bro. Like, no, really want to get into it during a little game talk, bro. But I'm so disappointed in them boys too, bro. Bro, when your team's ass, it makes it hard to enjoy sometimes, bro. Knowing that I'm just watching this shit because I gotta come do this shit and talk about how ass my team's is, bro. But I'll fuck with y'all, so you're gonna get this done anyway, man. Yeah. Getting into the first game, we got Port versus the Bulldogs. I'll go ahead, man. So this game, the Dogs, man. I'm accepting that y'all are not making. Y'all don't seem like an 8 team right now. Y'all got too many flaws going on. Y'all forward spot is y'all strongest spot, and that's not even looking that strong right now. I take that back. Y'all midfield is the strongest, but y'all midfield been lacking, especially with Bont not there. It made it seem like y'all forwards were strongest last game. The way Aaron Naughton was turning up, bro. Especially that first half, Aaron Naughton was grabbing everything, and that boy getting a little crafty with it too, bro. So he's something for y'all to look forward to. Unfortunately, y'all lost Cody Waitman.
Broken collarbone.
Yeah, so you know how long that is? Like 6, I want to say.
I'm not quite sure, man.
But
I think it is at least 6 weeks, though.
But hell yeah, man. Port, y'all on y'all way up, bro. This was really a game for me to solidify what I was thinking about these teams, bro. I felt like the Dogs were on the way down and Port was on the way up, and this game really came at the perfect time to help me decide. And what I thought was true, bro. Dogs, y'all really not shit, bro. And Port, someone was right, man. Y'all was probably the best on-5 team in footy history, bro. Because I can definitely see y'all continuing some win streaks, bro. Maybe against some tougher competition, I'll be a little more convinced. But I'm not going to talk shit about Port like that no more.
Yeah, man, it was 12-14, 86 for Port, 10-19, 69 for the Dogs. Just to add on to the Waitman broken collarbone, he tried to bump a ruckman. And so small forwards, if you try to bump a ruckman, be careful if you ain't built like that. But aside from Waitman, they did have some injuries. Tim O'Brien injured a calf this game. And obviously the defense is already clean with Alex Keith out. Boy, that shit hard as fuck to say. And Vandermeer hurt a hamstring this game, bro. So, McCray, I would say, he played in for the skipper. He stand-in skipper this round, and he played pretty good, bro. He gave 100% effort, but obviously it wasn't enough. But to talk a little bit more about Port, Finlayson and Marshall both really turned up at the forward spots for Port. And much to my dismay, I had Georgiadis, so I have the one forward out of the three that did not turn up. Georgiadis was 0-4 in front of goal, so he had inaccurate goal scoring. But he still had some little key links playing the center half forward, I believe. Just having the transition from the midfield to the forward line did pretty good. I think Port was efficient with their inside 50 entries, and at times they really just walked into the dogs from the back. They rebounded from the back and just drove it down to the field inside 50 and got a goal off of it. So it was easy transition for them boys, man. And like you said, Naughton was kind of by himself in the forward line. But also salute to Buku Kamis. That's also Cullen's son. Buku Cullis. Oh shit, call him Cullis. Cullen's son though. Shout out to that boy, man. Buku Cullen on God. Shout out to that boy, man. This is his second game, man. I think he had a goal this game, I believe. If not. So shout out to that boy, man. I like to see more. Always love to see the brothers, man. The new brothers hop on the field and do something, make an impact. So salute to that boy. Salute to Port for winning 3 straight, man. They found themselves finding a bit of form, man. Connor Rosie, like I said, in the midfield. Their midfield really stood up to the challenge as well, bro. So you just got to get above the Dogs' midfield and you can win that game. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, right? All I got for that one, bro.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to the next game, we got Frio versus North. Bitch ass Frio, bro. All right, man. Frio bitch ass is actually looking like they somebody, bro. It's against North, so I can't give them too much credit, bro. But it was a convincing win. It was a 78-point win. They did everything they were supposed to do, bro. You can't really fault how Frio played. The defense was there, the offense was there, midfield was there, bro. It was just a complete team against a team that didn't really look like they came to play for real, bro. 3 goals, 6 behinds, 24 points, bro. North is looking just like as ass as they did last year, maybe even more ass, bro.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, if I was Jason Horn, for instance, I wouldn't stay either, bro. If I could get up out of there, I would definitely try to find my way out that bitch.
It's gonna be him or David Noble. But yeah, man, Frio defense just looks stingy yet again, bro. As the season goes on, the defense still just looking better and better. Granted, it's against North, and Nick Larkey was suspended, so they didn't have the best forward. But I really don't even know if we can call Nick Larkey their best forward this season. He really ain't been doing too much, bro, to be honest with you. Besides being dirty as fuck. But Frio was just out there, bro. Dominated possession, dominated disposals, bro. And I guess 3 players I could say that I really liked were Brayshaw, Will Brody, and what's the brother name that came back from suspension or injury? Sean Darcy. He came back and made himself at home, bro, in the ruck. Zerhar had the one highlight for North with the hanger that he had. And Luke McDonald, I just picked him up on Ultimate Footy. He actually turned up, so salute to bro. He averaged like 80, he had 100 something. So shout out to you, bro. Obviously, the ball was forever in North's defensive 50, so he had all the opportunity in the world to turn up. But speaking of defensive 50, Mackay hurt himself. Injury prone Mackay, both of them actually hurt. But Ben got hurt, injured his right knee, so that's definitely a big blow to North. I think he's their best player down back, no doubt. Jai Amos, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but the debutant for Frio. He had 2 goals, 1 goal off his first kick, and he looks like he could show some promise in the future, man. He might need to put on some weight, but I think he does show potential, man. This is North just cemented 6 straight L's, bro. They really gave up 100 points out of 5 of the last 6.
They're the only team that lost to these. No.
Yep. It's one of only 7 wins, and that's against and they did beat y'all, but y'all were depleted. And Frio really turning up, bro. They're averaging 57 points on average, bro. Yeah. This season. That's legit, bro. They locking shit down. But yeah, man. North, I wouldn't even. I mean, I know it's depressing to have lost to them niggas, but yeah, boys was depleted.
That's the story of our whole fucking 2022 right now.
Okay.
All right. Next game, we got Richmond Tigers versus the Collingwood Magpies.
I was looking forward to this one.
This game was interesting, bro. What I wasn't expecting was the power in the forwards from Richmond, bro. So, if you ain't know, Richmond got Dusty back. Welcome back, Dusty. And that boy did his shit. He wasn't in midfield this game. They put him in forward with Tom Lynch and Rewald, bro. And them boys look dangerous up there, bro. Ain't anywhere they kicked in the forward, if one of them three guys. Tom Lynch was doing crazy shit. For the whole first half was really Tom Lynch half, bro. I think he had 6 goals. Could have had 8. He had 2 dumbass shanks that was really unacceptable for an AFL player, but Dusty was on his shit, fending off, bro, looking like he really ain't left, bro. Had the boots on, representing his dad. I think they said, live free, die free. So, respect that. Rewald out there still being Rewald, bro. The midfield turning up, Shea. I don't think Matt Parker even played that game. But Cochin was back, bro.
Jaden Short turned up again. Ever since he been dropped to the midfield, bro, they look like a different team.
Richmond is looking like them boys, bro. I can definitely see them boys making the 8 and kicking a team like the Dogs out the 8 this year. So definitely, Richmond, y'all got me interested to see what y'all doing this year, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro.
Yeah, I would agree on the Dusty situation, bro. Dusty, he kind of took a little bit to get into it, bro, but as he found form as the game went on, he started off, like you said, in the forward. He did look like he tried to move a little more towards the ball as the game went on. He just kind of looked like he wanted the ball. And he that fend off the Dacos, bro, right in the neck. It could have been a high fin, but it's classic, bro. It's classic Dusty, bro. Everybody was kind of happy about that. In the G, everybody was cheering every time Dusty had the ball, bro. It was great to see, man. As far as the game goes, though, Dusty had 2 goals, just to add on to that. I don't know if you said that already. But Richmond kind of kept Collingwood in the game, bro. Richmond kind of, I think they had dominant, I want to say they had dominant because the midfield of Collingwood was holding up with Lipinski and Taylor Adams and really Jack Crispin off the back line. But they were looking good, bro. Ginnivan had himself a couple goals, bro, and he didn't look. He kind of struggled a little bit early on, but he found form as the game went on just as well, kind of like Dusty did. He did take an elbow to the back of the head, bro. It was definitely a dirty play.
2 elbows.
2
from Mansell.
Yep. And yeah, he probably should be suspended a couple games for that, bro. I don't know if they've made a decision on that yet.
I think I heard there was talking about 1 game in a fine type shit.
They need to, everything's 1 again, I guess.
It needs to be more for sure.
It should.
That was crazy.
It should be 2, but shit, they should have gave Nick Lockie 2, his bitch ass. But Tom Lynch, not only did he have the 6 goals, like you said, he really was involved with the game, bro. He had 25 disposals, which I don't think is really common for a key forward to have, and that's 5 less than the most in the game. I don't know if you knew, he had 25, and the most was 30, and that was by a couple players. And Richmond at one point was up 47, and Collingwood was able to cut into the lead a little bit. Brody Milechek was kind of a non-factor and started getting to it towards the end of the game, but he couldn't quite bring that craftiness that was kind of needed for this team. It showed with the ruck and the forward line situation kind of was struggling a little bit, and due to the injuries that they have going on right now. But it caught up with them. Richmond caught fire. Shea Bowen a couple weeks in a row is turning up, so Richmond might be on the tear, bro. Like you said, Rewalt, if the stronger the midfield gets, I think the better Rewalt will be, bro. And I'm taking that chance. And obviously, Tom Lynch, he's good for them couple missed goals, but at this point, I don't know if this is career best form or what it is, but what was turning the fuck up, bro? He helped me win that guy upset number 1 on the fantasy, bro. I upset him because I had Tom Lynch. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to Richmond.
All right, so moving on. Next game, we got the Sydney Swans versus the Gold Coast Suns.
Upset of the week.
I was about to say that, man. And it was a surprising upset up there because it wasn't like Sydney ever controlled the game. Matter of fact, Sydney never even had the lead, bro. Gold Coast just came in, and I think we've been saying how Sydney is liable for their little fuck-ups when they don't really know where the direction they trying to go and shit. And Gold Coast, they got the energy, bro. They got the young, they got the youth, they got the fucking pressure. And this game, it seemed like everything just worked in Gold Coast's favor, bro. Kaz Bolden and Cho were doing their shit in the forward, in the full forward spot. Took Miller was there, bro. Everybody for Gold Coast was doing exactly what they had to do to win. on the other end. Sydney was fucking up. Some of it was due to Gold Coast. Some of it was just due to Sydney's own skill errors, bro. But
mental errors too with the penalties, the 50s.
That too. It does seem like if you don't get none of that magic from Papley, fucking Buddy, or Isaac Heaney, bro.
Exactly.
Shit probably ain't
Boys
gonna
will
happen
rap,
for them
bro.
boys, bro.
Oh,
If they don't get the lead early, it's looking like if they don't get the lead early, I'm really questioning if Sydney gonna win the game. If they don't get that first quarter, bro, I don't know, bro, because they come back game, they get back game, they ain't that tight right now.
Yeah, and the thing about them key players that we said, or two of them are forwards, and really Isaac Heaney is a mid forward. And this game he had 13 disposals, so that's not enough. That's not quite what you need from a mid. And 0-3, 0 goals, 3 behinds isn't what you need from a forward. So he just simply plain and simple didn't show up. You didn't get the Buddy. You actually didn't get really a lot of participation from Errol Golden, which is a player that you like, who's really he can get you going, bro. When he's going, bro, Sydney looks good, bro. So if you have all these players just in a row not quite performing to the standard that you need, it's not gonna work, bro. And they're not gonna lose, and they could lose to a team that's viewed as inferior. And if that team works hard and is working harder, they are, bro. Matt Rao led the league in contested possessions. They don't quite know the number. I don't know if it was 12 or so, but he was out there doing his thing. I know. Isaac Rankin, to add on to the players that you said, Isaac Rankin had his own he had goals in key moments, and he really just showed individual brilliance at times, and showing that he can get the ball himself at times and kick a goal out of that. So he's not very consistent, but he showed up this game, and he showed up when the Sydney players didn't. I think Gold Coast kept them in the game because they wasn't really that accurate in front of the goal, bro. This obviously shows with the skill gap. They still have some shit to work on. Casbo obviously got some shooting. Well, he's not going to work on it, bro. His drop just goes to show that his shit is going to be ass. I think Gold Coast gave themselves more inside 50 opportunities. I think Sydney was a little bit more efficient, but they didn't go enough times, and Gold Coast ultimately just kept grinding and ended up winning the game. I think, like I said, Gold Coast midfield just worked harder, and they got the footy more, and they were able to do more with it. And the top 5 leaders in contested possessions this game were all Gold Coast players. So that's an effort thing, bro. It's all an effort thing. And that's really what it was, bro. Gold Coast, bro. But the thing that pisses me off about Gold Coast, when I tip you, you lose, and then when I don't tip you, you win. But I do respect y'all game, bro. I just can't fucking predict when y'all about to win, bro. And when y'all about to lose. I tipped y'all against Collingwood, and y'all didn't fucking get it done. I don't think, man.
Also for Gold Coast, David Swallow, he turned up, bro. 24 disposal, 50. To do all the stats, but he was definitely one of the key players for Gold Coast as well.
Mm-hmm. Brandon Nellis too. All right, bet. whole team.
The niggas is fine, bro. All right, bro. Next game we had GWS versus Geelong Cats, bro. And this game disappointed the fuck out of me, bro. So, first of all, GWS only played one half, the first half, and even that half that they did play was completely ass, bro. Bruh, it's like everything Geelong was doing, it looked so easy, bro. They had so much time, bro. They could look around, do a little shimmy, shake, whatever the bullshit they wanted to do, bro. Whenever GWS touched the ball, Geelong was there. Quick as fuck, bro. No time, instant pressure, bro. And I usually see GWS as that pressure team, bro. But these niggas was not here this game, bro. I don't know what was going on, what miscommunication, bro. I don't know if they was just scared because Geelong was bigger than them, bro. I don't know if they need Mummy back or what the fuck is going on, bro. But them boys was not looking like them niggas this game, bro. And it's really looking... I'm not sure if they gonna have the talent or even a mental capacity at this point to beat a top team, bruh. So, bruh, I fuck with y'all, bruh. I wanted to fuck with y'all too, cause West Coast is ass this year. Y'all boys just as ass, bruh. Y'all might be even more ass because I know West Coast gonna be ass. Y'all just disappointingly ass, bruh. But Geelong, y'all did y'all shit, bruh. I can't even. Everybody is like Geelong is consistent, bro. I'll say that, bro. They consistently have the same players coming up. You know, Jeremy Cameron gonna give you some goals. You know, Tom Hawkins gonna give you some goals. Fucking Stingle creeping up to make sure he gets some goals every game, bro. They midfield is tough, bro. They midfield is gonna run through you every time, bro. Like GWS was trying to tackle them boys, they was sliding off them like they was coated in butter or some shit, bro.
They got that strong back line too.
Geelong is looking like a crazy team, bro. I think
they set up for it.
I think I figured out who I'm tipping this week, bro. Hell yeah.
You know who they play.
Saints.
But, okay, all right, back. Yeah, so this game, GWS was 4-11-35 and Geelong was 12-16-88. This is the first time Jeremy Cameron. Well, this is the second time Jeremy Cameron played his old side, GWS. But the first time was on lockdown, bro. There was no fans. This first time the fans actually got to see this. And he performed, bro. He had 3 goals in the first quarter, bro. Finished with 5. He turned up. Really, the Cats had a strong first quarter overall, bro. Mitch Duncan had 16 touches in the first quarter. So they let you know how well they were moving, bro. Dangerfield had a good game, bro. He got back in the midfield, got involved, bro. Had his touches. Was damaging at times. Tyson Stengel had 3 goals. And Tyson Stengel's just showing me he's somebody, bro. And I don't think they really got him for much last year, bro. I don't think they got too much. I forgot where he even came from, bro. I want to say the Dogs, but I don't think it was the Dogs. But yeah, he's turning up, bro. Really was the Geelong show. But there was a little highlights for GWS. Isaac Cumming had a good game, bro. He was probably the best player, I would say, for them. But Green and Hogan had times where they just had the 2 goals. I think they had the back-to-back goals. Toby had the nice mark that he had in the game, but GWS just didn't show up, bro. We seen them I don't know if we've seen them at their best yet this year, but we seen them much better when they played Sydney. Like you said, the pressure, bro. It's just, I think they have talent on the team, bro. So there's really no reason to be playing. And I think GWS was at home, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this just, bro. You definitely are capable of putting up a better effort than this, bro. I was disappointed to see the result. I tipped Geelong. But it definitely was a decision. I was like, I don't know, GWS might be able to win this game. But especially after how they played the week before, bro. I think they played Adelaide, right? They smoked Adelaide. But I'm not going to bag on them too hard, bro, because Carlton plays them next week, man. So, this week, so I'm not really about to talk too much shit about them boys, man. But hopefully they can do that same shit. Oh, Hogan might be in muddy waters after the bow from on Views. So we might be suspended. We might have one less for to worry about. But yeah, man. I don't know where to point GWS, bro. I really don't. They should have kept Finlayson. Yeah.
All right, man. Going on to the next game. Essendon versus Hawks. And this possibly another upset of the week.
This probably was the upset of the week, also.
I don't know. I think Sydney Gold Coast was the bigger. This is definitely an upset. They was thinking Essendon was.
I hold the Hawks higher than you do, and I think I hold Gold Coast higher than you do too, though. So I think.
Either way, it was an upset.
Yeah,
for sure. And it was an interesting game too, bro. Essendon kind of grabbed the lead early. Their Hawks took control, bro. Really thought they was gonna run away with it. I felt like they were gaining control, and then fourth quarter come around, Essendon really walked back into it, bro. 2-meter Peter did his shit. 2-meter Peter did his shit with 6 goals, I should add, bro. He was definitely they main 2-meter Peter, bro.
Three in the fourth quarter.
Paul
said he was average, bro.
Yeah,
I know he wasn't average.
That is crazy.
I know he wasn't average.
Because this game really is just the fourth quarter, bro. Because watching it, I wasn't really interested, bro. And then the fourth quarter come around and it's like, damn, all this shit is happening, bro. Essendon back to back, bro. 2-meter Peter, fucking, you know what I'm saying, bro? So it definitely was captivating at the end, bro. I'm not even going to give this game too much praise like that because I wasn't that interested until like halfway through the fourth. So, yeah.
So just to open up the game, Essendon had some type of wave of illness before this game, so they were down like...
That is facts, 5 people there.
Yeah, and they were already a trash side, bro. So you had Ridley, Guelphy, Kelly, Waterman, and Durham. Those 5 were actually laid out. So definitely didn't think Essendon would win this game, bro. But they really stayed. They hung in the game pretty much to the fourth quarter, like you said. I think Darcy Perry, Jack Mayer had good presence in the midfield. They had the 2-meter Peter, like you said. He had 8 goals. No. He had 6 goals, but Essendon ended up scoring 8 goals in the fourth quarter. But I'm just have to start respecting the Essendon versus the Hawks matchup, because if you remember last year, bro, round 1, the Hawks had a 39-point comeback against Essendon, bro. So it's just something about them teams I like to say, bro. There's just something between them teams that you can't just go off form, bro. You might just have to just go off the beef between each other and think it's gonna be a close game or whatever.
They might have one of the biggest beefs in footy, bro.
And I didn't really know that like that.
The way they be throwing hands.
Now I think about it, I've seen one video of them fighting before, but I'm sure there's many occasions. The way that people be talking about it, and the way that they show it, but I think both midfields play pretty decent. Jai Newcomb is definitely a young player on the rise for the Hawks, bro. Just a young midfielder in the competition to add to that headband, bro. And I traded him away in Ultimate Footy. I probably shouldn't have, bro. Him and O'Meara both stacked up in midfield, but they played pretty decent. But Nate Martin's starting to look like, I don't know, he might be rising star so far, bro. He might be rising star so far. So shout out to him, bro. He keeps getting involved. He gets his team going. When they actually can get some traction, bro, maybe they can find some momentum off this win. But even without Ridley, Dyson Heppel, and Mason Redmond held it down in the back line, bro. They were able to hold it down the best they could, bro. Gunston and Kajiski really were able to fill the void that Mitch Lewis had while they were gone. I know they need him pretty bad. Dylan Moore had a couple goals, I think, and he was pretty decent. But it's just something about this matchup, bro. I think I'm going to just have to watch out for, like I said, bro. Essendon made a comeback. I didn't think it was even possible for Essendon to win this game. And they won this game without Stringer and a couple other players that are key. So salute to Essendon. You did your thing in this round. I don't think I'll see too many performances like this, but they actually defended. I think they're capable of the list on the back line that they have, but just I don't know why they don't. But yeah, man, that's all I got for that one.
All right, next game. We got Brisbane Lions versus West Coast Eagles. West Coast Eagles all day, every day, man. Go ahead. You go.
So the Brisbane West Coast game, I'll say. It was.
No, it was that game.
I'll give y'all a little credit this week, man. As we know, Brisbane's forwards were already depleted, and they ended up losing Dan McStay in the first quarter, which is kind of concerning. At least Hipwood's about to be coming back soon, but that's definitely concerning, man, having all them forwards out for them. But this game was really just slippery conditions game. It was tough early. The West Coast Eagles have a reputation of not being able to play well in the wet, but you see how many players were out. You can't really stick that reputation to the team in this very moment. And they didn't look like they were too trash, bro. I think it was tough for both teams at times, but West Coast plays surprisingly tough. I would imagine I haven't played in too many rainy conditions, but I know you do just have to play hard, and you just have to be able to keep your balance the best you can, bro, and just play with composed footy. And they did that at times, bro. But it took Brisbane the second half to really open up the gap, bro. I would say a couple highlight players from Brisbane were Hugh McCluggage. He had 6 goals. I don't think he had 6 goals. He might have 4 goals. But he had 4 goals, 26 disposals, and he really set his teammates up well with perfect execution, bro. Perfect delivery to set up goals, bro, whether it was a handball or a kick. So he's a classy player, bro. I think they've been needing him to do that. Charlie Cameron had 4 goals. You had other players.
Got tired of hearing that. Take me home.
Oh, yeah.
Every fucking time, bro.
But Lockie Neal, Dane Zorko, Daniel Rich all had good games as well to support the team. I think 2 highlight players, I guess you could say, for West Coast were the 2 players that were under the pump the most. I think McGovern and Shannon Hearn, both with 12 and 8 intercepts respectively. They just had constant pressure on them boys, man. They did the best that they could. It was against the lofty inside 50 deficit. I don't know the number, but I know it was pretty bad as far as favoring Brisbane. And silver lining is Liam Ryan didn't have that many opportunities, but he was able to manage 3 goals. So salute to that boy. But yeah, man, it's just, you don't know how many of these West Coast players are really about to be here in a couple of games, bro. You don't know their status, if they're going to be here, if they're not, if they're actually earning themselves some time and opportunity with the Eagles in the future. But Jake Florenza or Florenca, I don't know how to pronounce it, but he had a good game, bro. He was another standout player for West Coast, man, in the midfield. But there's just so many factors going against West Coast. It's hard to even tip them or gauge. Like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say with these niggas, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. West Coast is a crazy team right now, bro. I don't know if this is even something that's been seen in footy ever, bro. We had only had 22 players available, so we had to get some waffle players come out. But matter of fact, bro, only 2 of our players have played in every single game this year.
Who? Kelly?
Nah, Patrick Nash, new nigga, and Shannon Hearn. He played in all of them. Only 2 out of all.
Yeah.
All right, so also, this is our 4th 10-plus goal loss. This back-to-back, matter of fact, not even this year, just back-to-back. It was a wet weather game, but saying all that, this is probably one of the best games I've seen from this year, bro. The effort was definitely there. We were at every contest, bro. It's just the talent wasn't there, and we can't really go by traditions or what shit used to be, because West Coast is a team without an identity right now, in my opinion. Definitely in search of one. But if we build off what we did this game, bro, we can win games. The effort, and the performance, maybe not the performance, but the effort we brought out this game could win against other teams, bro. And we need to start building that winning culture again, because a lot of niggas done gave up on us, bro. And I can't even be mad at them because, bro, it don't look like there's no direction. The CEOs at West Coast talking about they don't want to get rid of Simo, bro. And Simo is looking like the problem right now, bro. We throw goddamn, what's his face, Knight in that bitch for one game, bro. And our goddamn effort just increases like 100%, bro. Like, there was barely any just walking around, and I don't know, maybe people just like playing in the rain a little better. Rainy games are a little more fun, maybe, but
hell nah.
But the effort is definitely something I can lean on and be like, yeah, West Coast did that, bro. But bro, we still a lost team right now. We a fucking lost team. That's all I can say about that shit, bro.
Crazy, bro.
All right, man. Next game we got Melbourne Demons versus St. Kilda. This game is another game. This is a Melbourne game, bro. This is a game that I felt like could have been a blowout, but it wasn't because Melbourne, I don't know what the fuck they do. They just start experimenting once they get a big enough lead or what, bro. But because these niggas was definitely dominating the first half.
For sure.
The Saints really couldn't get shit going. If they did, Melbourne snatched that shit away real quick, bro. It really seemed like for every one player the Saints had around the ball, Melbourne had 2, bro. But it wasn't. It was just one nigga. He was just covering his positions just that efficiently, bro. Mm-hmm. But Saints was just under constant pressure all the time, bro. And even if they got that clearance kick out of the pressure, Melbourne was sitting back, bro, because they had that one less player than you think is there at the contest, so they have that one extra player in the back waiting for that clearance kick to come out, bro. So I'm catching on the Melbourne game, bro, and I don't know if niggas can stop these guys, bro. When they looking good, they looking great, bro, and they still experimenting, bro. They still trying to get better, and a lot of teams, I think, don't even know how to beat them now, and they're not satisfied with this, and they're gonna have a great fucking practice match next week against West Coast. So I don't know, man. These is looking like that team, bro.
Oh, do they play West Coast next week?
Yes, nigga. We finna get, I don't know. Like I said, they might do some experiment. They might be experimenting all game against us next week, bro.
I need Max Gone to play next week. That nigga hurt. But nah, yeah, like you said, bro, just to double down. The D's had the dominant first half, bro. Really, Kazi Pickett came out the first game, or first couple minutes, bro, trying to score some goals, bro. He got 2 in the first quarter, actually, bro, on 8 possessions. So that lets you know he was doing whatever he needed to do with the ball, bro. He was damaging, bro. He was scoring goals. Speaking of damaging, bro, in the second quarter, Clayton Oliver really turned up. Really, him and Petrarca both just were dominant this game, bro. They both got their fair share of the footy, got their possessions, and were damaging with it, bro. And were able to set up goals or score themselves. Brayshaw really was another key player, I think. Angus Brayshaw, helmet boy, that is. Across halfback, I think he had 11 intercepts. And he was just really everywhere, bro. He just, anytime you seen the entry come in from the Saints, bro, he was there. He was like, hell nah, I'm finna stop that shit, finna eat that shit. And he's not really one that you expect to be getting all the intercept marks. It's really more the Stephen May role and even Jake Lever at times. So Ed Langdon had a bounce back week after getting tagged on the wing. He had to turn up and show. He was like, all right, bro, y'all not finna do this shit. Finn McGinnis isn't here. I'm about to go ahead and do my thing on the wing. And he did. He did that. So really, Melbourne key players were turning up, bro. Really, especially the first half. But they were up 47 at one point, and the Saints really rallied and tried to challenge them in the third quarter. This was the first time this year that the Demons that is, did not win the third quarter. And the Saints really turned up, bro. I think Max King had the first 2 goals in the third quarter. And they tried, bro. They tried, but at the end of the day, the effort was just come up short, bro. Demons were just a more composed team, the more damaging team, the players that were just hitting the footy harder, and it's just what it was, bro. There's little to no room for error with when you go against Melbourne, and Saints just had a little bit too much going on this game. Couldn't quite get it done. Couldn't quite play at their best form. And like we said, bro, Melbourne to strangle your ass, bro, and they did just that. Just one thing I want to highlight is Jake Bowie was the first player to ever win his first 15 games of his career consecutively. The only player in the AFL VFL history. So, you know what that is, the red hair, bro? Mm-hmm. Yep. So, last time he lost, well, he hasn't lost yet, but obviously that goes back to last year when Melbourne lost. So, unless you want to count that Carlton preseason. But yeah, man. Speaking of.
Yeah, last game of the round, man, we got Carlton versus the Adelaide Crows. Get into this, man. I ain't even take no notes on this game, man. Colonel, bro. Thought it was gonna be Mackay, bro. But nah, Colonel turned up in that bitch with 6 goals, bro. Patrick Cripps, bro, back in top form, bro. This nigga looking like an elite midfielder. Doherty fucking turn up every fucking game, bro. Carlton's midfield be looking fucking.
No, he would.
Elite, bro. When everything's clicking, bro, when they're getting all the Carlton be looking, they be playing beautiful footy, bro. I ain't no cap, bro. But it really ain't even no butt to this game. Y'all definitely did it this game. Crows was ass. Crows ain't gonna say they was ass. It kind of was ass. They tried, bro. It wasn't enough from them. But I'm gonna let you go ahead. My whole thing this game was Adam Saad, bro, and this nigga let me down in my fantasy shit, bro. So that's the only shit I was focused on. I can tell you, all that nigga Saad was doing was running around, bro, not getting me no fucking points. And that's where I'm really at with this game, bro.
Yeah, this was a Charlie Colonel game. He had the 6 goals. Harry came up with 3, but those 2 were the 2 top goal scorers this game. So go to show that Tex didn't have involvement as much as he would like, or really the Crows in general. Crows dropped Matt Crouch before the game, and I don't know if that was a decision from Matty Nix or the interim coach who stepped in, but I think that may have not been the best decision. I wouldn't have done it by chance, to be honest, but that's just something they felt needed to be done, and really they couldn't. The back line struggled with them 2 key forwards that we have going forward, bro. They can be a problem for anybody, bro, and Adelaide just wasn't up to the challenge. Our midfield dominated. I did worry about Riley O'Brien taking advantage of us in the ruck with Mark Pitternet being out. He did have his fair share of hit outs, but our midfield was able to really get all that out of there, dead that shit. Everybody showed up. Matt Kennedy showed up. Wall showed up. Chera showed up. Cripps showed up. Like, they all showed up. I also liked Zach Fisher's involvement, bro. He's been looking decent this week. Last couple weeks, I've been liking his composure with the footy. I've been liking his decision making and who he goes to, and I've been liking his really just his desire to get the ball more so than he has earlier in the season. So shout out to him, man. Cripps did have a tackle that they tried to call, like the MRO tried to review it or whatever, or may have tried to review it with Lockie Murphy when he hurt his neck. But that was really just a decent tackle in my opinion. It was good form. I don't know what all you expect. Shit happens sometimes. It's a physical game. Everything ain't gonna be clean. So we had 74-49 inside 50s, and we're really just whooping their ass, as you see. When you don't have a back line that's really suited for that, and you're going against two damaging Q4s like the way they are, it gets to be a little bit overwhelming at times, and that's what happened. 46% to 37% is what we had as far as going inside 50 efficiency. And yeah, we really just played a steady game until the fourth quarter where we kind of got tired and gave out a little bit, man. At halftime, Jack Martin was subbed out, so we are under the pump a little bit for injury concerns, but hopefully we can manage that next week. He got injured with a calf muscle, if you're wondering. But this was a good game for Carlton, bro. We got 116, looked real good offensively. I like to see the ball moving in this game. I hope we can do this and continue to do this against better teams. I know we have an easier schedule this year, but yeah, man, just build some confidence around the club and how we play and keep it up and be able to do this against tougher teams, man. We'll be in there.
Yeah, man, that's goddamn motherfucking round 8, man. Yeah. That's round 8. Don't expect no lies from it this week, man. We gonna be out of town. We going to Jacksonville. It's gonna be a Jacksonville versus North Carolina game. Probably gonna be playing with North Carolina or Jacksonville. That ain't really on time, bro. We gonna find out when we get there, bro. Just know we gonna have some footy content for y'all, bro. It's only gonna be one game, so we gonna have that full game for you. Only game we might go live for is Collingwood Bulldogs, because that's Friday morning type shit. Other than that, the Patreon, we got that.
The Patreon, we got that.
Fuck with us on that, man.
Information you need that. But
hey, yeah, goddamn, shit getting expensive, man. Like I said, we be traveling, we be trying to keep all this shit up to date. Keep content coming, bruh. All this shit costs money, man. It would really fuck with it if y'all help us out. It's like $2 or something to sign up to the Patreon, man. Shit, I'm gonna drop a $200, man. But $2 from everybody, man, we can really make something happen, man. We can drop more content, drop more shit, man, upgrade some shit.
yes, sir.
But hell yeah. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe. All the YouTube shit. And we out this bitch.
Come on.